chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. A gain of 6 there on first. We'll see what kind of... mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10, and they're on 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And some room to roam now. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A quick throw here out to Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Bengals 14-yard line.
Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
11. 3 down. Mike 52. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll swing this out to Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Here's Mostert. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and goal. Burrow. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. Brown has the 1st down and much more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Steps away to his left. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flushed out right. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
12.
Mike 6, Mike 6.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, check Mike 6. You gonna see me?
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6. Danny. Mike 6. Mike 6. 12. Kill. Hey, turn.
Now it's Burrow. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, watch 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
Johnson jostles free, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be, and we'll see the punt team here. Here's Kevin from about his 35. Fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Play action. It's Burrow. And he will find his man, Samuel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. They hand it off to Mostert.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, they certainly have been marking. You know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Ravens 56, Bengals 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check three.
Now Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Flush to his right. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets it up past the 35. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, Phillips. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Dobbins. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, Phillips. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little...
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.